Pleasant temps have led to a wide-open roof here this afternoon at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
To throw is Wilson. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
That's swung out wide to Harris. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 43. They'll try the right side with Harris. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's Trayvon Diggs making a big play there for the defense.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wilson now off the bootleg. To the right side and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. On the run, it's Dowdle. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. A running play. It's Dowdle. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They run here with Dowdle. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Joey Porter Jr. that time got in there and backs the offense up. Tackle for loss.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And some space here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Harris running straight ahead. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, 35 yards. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
To throw is Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action with Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Start.
Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Spot that, spot that. Start.
Here's Wilson. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Zebra.
From the gun on third down, Wilson dancing to his left. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. He could not get rid of it in a big-time loss there on third. The sack sets up fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there, 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And bulldozing his way through. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Now Prescott going to change the play.
47. We're going to 54. Wide. 26.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Yeah! Here we go. 26.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And his throw is incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On the give, this is Harris. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Here we go. This is fourth down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Yeah, here we go. Where
They run again with Dowdle. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here now, 3rd down. Prescott. He's got to complete to Tolbert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Now 1st and goal.
Yeah! What do you think?
To throw, Prescott. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Aubrey now for the point after. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. This to possibly force OT. This ball intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end,